Aquarius Platinum has significant operations near Rustenburg, most of which have been mothballed. Its current cash flows are derived from its Mimosa mine in Zimbabwe. Aquarius has battled with geological and other problems in the last 2 years. It has a market cap of 3.7 billion rand, is currently not profitable and pays no dividends. A very sorry looking share price. Again, really replicating what we're seeing on the Lonmin front.
Yeah, and as a consequence of its assets being a little bit more marginal and the geological problems at Everest section and so on, that's where we've ended up. So a real bad crash for the share price. Departing CEO Stuart Murray, I don't know, it's bounced off the bottom where it hit about 5 rand, but it's a reverse 100 bagger in terms of the share price.
Barely above the horizontal line. Anyway, Rob, any thoughts that this could be the buy of the century because it's going to have a dramatic re-rating upwards?
I think a lot of people tried that. I think if you take a look at these levels over here, it was around about the 10 rand level. A lot of people bought into that, and then they mothballed their mines, and they got halved down to 5 rand. So
so people are still licking their wounds.
They're still licking their wounds a little bit from Aquarius. I think yes, it could be a 10 bagger quite easily. From 7 rand to 70 rand. But they have to switch those mines back on. It's not just plug and play. It takes a lot of money and a lot of capital to get those mines back up and running. And then we've got the problem that Impala just had in Zimbabwe with their mines. Does Mimosa start having those problems as well? So I'll stay away from it now. But yes, they've really got some really good assets, and they have come from 118 rand. So it's something to look at, but you'll have to really wait until the platinum sector is settled.
Well, let's hang our hat on the fact that they've got some really good assets in the fold. Isn't that worth taking the risk on?
Yeah, they were at some point the world's 4th largest producer, and that's reflected in the assets that they've got in that Rustenburg section. However, the problem is they're not currently payable, and it's not just the platinum price, it's the cost of production which has been rising and rising and rising in that area due to labor, electricity, all the other sizable problems.
If we see an enormous kicker in the platinum price coming to fruition because we see good traction in economic data globally, couldn't that be a huge kicker for these stocks?
I think so, although there is thrifting, there's a lot of recycling of platinum going on, and there may be substitution and other sorts of incentives that start to come in. So I don't think the platinum price can go from $1,600 to like $5,000 an ounce and rescue everybody here, because at that level the demand would be lessened.
I'm trying to put the positive story out here. You're both shooting me down at every turn. We're going to Aquarius Platinum. Is there anything else that you'd like to put forward as a case or not a case for the investment into Aquarius Platinum?
Well, if you want to be the early investor in these platinum shares, you can take a small portion, but not a geared position. You'll take an equity position and quite a small position and wait and see.
Put it in the bottom drawer, the proverbial bottom drawer.
Put it in the bottom drawer, and you're not getting dividends from these companies, so there's nothing else there. So it's really opportunity cost of holding that.
Hot or not, Paul?
No, and I must just register my absolute disgust with what's going on in Zimbabwe at the moment.
I thought you were going to say you're absolutely disgust with me, right? Yeah. I thought I was going to be in the firing line.
Impala's thing with them, the Zim government has said, oh, by the way, that deal we signed with you last week to pay you back for this asset that we just grabbed from you, we're actually not going to pay you. So, Mimosa must be at risk in this case because that's a joint venture between Zimplats and Aquarius up there.
Now you've registered your disgust. Are you hot or not on Aquarius? Hot or not?
No.